also like to mention that Jeff Raymond, the wonderful man that he is, he's a farmer out in Illinois near St. Louis, Missouri. He sent me, well, I would have to say that this is a quart of Timer Farms maple syrup. Now, I have the box that it came into. He said that he probably didn't want me to say anything about it, but you know what? Jeff's a good guy. He's got a good show going on there. I like all of his content. He calls it the shit show. But if you're interested in Timer Farms maple syrup, I'm going to show you the address right here. I don't know, it might be backwards, I don't know, but it's there. Timer Farms, 8917 Fleming Road, Fowlerville, Michigan, 48836. Now, he sent me that, and I'm not a huge fan of maple syrup, but in honor of Jeff Raymond, I'm gonna have some of this stuff. I haven't had maple syrup in probably 25 years because I was young, and my wife at the time, she had come in and she's like, "Oh, I got this great Canadian maple syrup," and she smattered it all over my pancakes that I had had at the time, and it was so incredibly sweet. She sucked it up like a Hoover, but me, I was like, oh, I can't stomach this stuff. But I have had it later in life, and in moderation. It's everything in moderation. You don't have to drink the whole gallon like Ryan from How Farms Work did. He just, but anyways, no, and it was a much smaller thing. And that came from WT Farm Girl. So anyways, thank you again, Jeff Raymond. And if you like maple syrup, check out Timer Farms. I'll do it tomorrow. Here he comes. Should be moving pretty quick. This thing is like a lumbering old Sopwith camel. Beautiful. I'd like to get it taken off next. Air tractors, biplane. That thing's really cool.
We need one of those.
I need one of those. I agree.
What, air tractor?
Yeah. I can deduct it off my income tax. I've been thinking about it again. You know, Paul was killed a bunch of years ago, but it would be fun. That's a radial.
It is. A radial 7.
More than 7 on that. It's probably a 9.
It's gotta carry a lot of weight, remember?
It's got to be a 9. There's no way a little 7 is going to 7. Watch him spinning around. There he is. Now he's going to either fuel up or he won't even shut it off.
Hey, you know that truck down there?
Okay, so here comes this air tractor. He is putting down cover crop. You probably can't see me here. More than likely can't. But this thing will take off. They just loaded up with cover crop, whether it's rye or whatnot. But he'll be off the ground before he ever even gets close to me. These things are amazing. See that? Look at that. I would take that thing any day. I think I need to buy one of those. I can take that off my taxes, right? And go out and seed some grass seed. Awesome. Side note, I used to grow soybeans, and this was a pretty common sight for me back before deer damage. These are just beautiful soybeans. He's done a really good job. And this is what I used to grow. Just like this. They were beautiful. Always got up around chest high. Not always, but you know, the vast majority of them. And then the deer came in, and when they got to be about this tall and only 18 bushels to the acre, I had to quit. And it's disgusting, but yeah, this was a common sight for me. I used to spread a product like that as well. That was just Joe doing his thing. I could talk about a lot of things today, but I've been kind of quiet because I'm in a, like, I don't know, 30-year-old tractor. See, how old is this tractor? 92, 02, 12, and 19. So we're, 20 some odd years, almost 27, 28-year-old tractor. And he's in a 10-year-old tractor. And I know how much nicer that tractor is to run than this one. I've got earplugs in, for God's sakes. That one there, I can't even hear the engine run. But whatever. Oh well. At the end of this video, I'm going to talk about, and this is another thing, you know, when I was a kid, that never bothered me. But after running clear view tractors, you know, with side doors instead of these posts, I'm just in a bitchin' mood, I guess. But at the end of this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the wear and tear on the balers versus the amount of money that I'm making or producing. And not that it's anybody's business, but I will talk about that just a little bit. Just a little bit. A little bit. Okay, so I'm finally back in the field shredding. What a dusty son of a gun. The outside rounds always seem to be dustier than the interior of the field. I know that there's ridges on the edge that'll come up. But you can see Timothy over there. He's stacking a new stack right there. And way in the back there, that's a 90-acre piece there. I got Joseph, he's baling. We did some adjustments to the baler today, and I did some adjustments. I'm not going to say what they were, but we're making an easier bale. It's baling easier, and we're getting a lot more weight in the bale. And Joe seems to be pretty happy. So we're doing all right. We're doing all right. I'll get you up close to that pile there pretty soon. Oh, let me turn around. This is a pain in the ass part about this. When you go to turn around, it will suck the other windrow right the heck off of the ground and deposit it possibly where you don't want it. And if you're not careful, and I mean not careful, you gotta be careful as to how many windrows away you are. Or not windrows, corn rows, stalk rows. There's 3 rows of stalks there, and then you have to run right down the center. Because if you don't, I don't know if you can see it, but that transmission will run right over the windrow that I'm leaving there, and it will bunch up and cause a mess for the baler operator. Don't bother me in the least, but the baler operator, he's gonna have a fit about that. Now, I asked the farmers here about their soybeans and why they seem to be so late compared to the corn, because this corn's been picked for 2 weeks, and I'm grateful for that, by the way. I'd rather have corn that's picked for a couple of weeks than corn that is still green on the stalk, you know. But they said that they're not really sure why. They think that they're a longer season bean, and you know, that's okay. I kind of knew what season beans I was planting, but the fellow that I was talking to, his son does most of the work now, and he says, I think that guy sold him a longer season bean. I said, well, in my honest opinion, a longer season bean will outperform a short season bean. If you're running out of money and you need beans fast to pay your bills, yeah, get a short season bean to fill in the gaps. But for the most part, I think you'd be better off paying the interest on the money than on your loans rather than planting a short season. But anyhow, we're doing really well down here. To clear up some of the questions about what we're doing, this is fodder for the mushroom barns. There's also a bedding contract that the guy that I'm doing this for, he's got a bedding contract, so he needs about 1,000 bales for bedding, which is nice. We're going to be at 1,000 bales today. I'm hoping to have 1,000 bales today. We should have 1,000 bales today. So yeah, we get to 1,000 bales today, life will be good, and we're gonna move right on up. I'm hoping to make somewhere around 16,000 bales over the next month or so. So that's the plan. Hopefully the weather holds up.